Hello and welcome to our WIFR FastCast. Our top story here this afternoon, a 32-year-old man will spend 3 years behind bars and another 2.5 on probation for possession of child pornography. Bryant Gomez Garcia pled guilty to 3 counts of the crime in September. According to the Winnebago County State's Attorney's Office, Homeland Security Investigations special agents looked into reports from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in February 2021. During an investigation, Gomez Garcia admitted to looking at child sex abuse material online. Gomez Garcia will be on mandatory supervised release for 3 years up to natural life, and he must also register as a sex offender. A Winnebago County judge sentences a 34-year-old man to 120 years in prison for shooting and killing a man in 2019. Eric Brown Jr. was found guilty last year in the death of Robert Wash. Brown shot Wash near the front entrance of an apartment in the 4800 block of Harrison Avenue. The suspect came to the apartment after a robbery, and when the residents were trying to leave, Wash was shot and died at an area hospital. Brown must serve 100% of his sentence for first-degree murder, and he's currently serving a 20-year sentence for armed robbery. The Rock County Sheriff's Office reminds residents of fake telephone calls. Now, deputies report those scammer calls are residents claiming to be a lieutenant demanding money to clear up a legal matter. The calls also say the money goes toward a warrant for paying a penalty for missing jury duty. Deputies will never call residents for money, and if you do get any suspicious calls, report it to the Rock County Communications Center. And an advocate for early childhood education in the Rockford region says she's concerned about Harlem's consolidation plan. Livia Bain works with Birth to 5 Illinois. She attended the public meeting Monday. She worries Harlem's reduction from 360 to 80 early childhood seats will have severe consequences. The group says there's almost 25,000 kids under the age of 6 in the state line, but there are only 10,238 slots for early childhood education. WIFR's Nathaniel Langley speaks with Bain and a mom who depended on Harlem's program for her 4-year-old.
Hey folks, WIFR's Nathaniel Langley here, just getting back from meeting with a mom and an advocate for the early childhood program at Harlem School District. They're both sounding the alarm on a proposed 80% reduction in that program. Be sure to tune in later today on WIFR and eventually on WIFR.com to learn more about the consequences they fear.
U.S. Representative Eric Sorensen wants his constituents to bring their questions and their voices Thursday night. Sorensen is set to host a teletown hall from 6 to 7 in order to reach as many people as possible across 4 different metropolitan areas. And Sorensen asks folks to RSVP by filling out a form that you can find on the congressman's Facebook page. And those who would like to participate are also encouraged to submit questions ahead of time, although Sorensen will be asking questions up front as well. Offering on-the-spot interviews for state-liners interested in becoming caregivers, Comfort Keepers hosts a job fair next week from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Wednesday, December 17th. Bring a driver's license and a car with with valid insurance to 4855 East State Street in Rockford. No prior experience in the field is necessary, but the company encourages people to go out and learn about the difference a caregiver can make. And once the heaters go on, holiday fire chances go up. Fire risks jump up this time of year, and Blaine's Farm and Fleet's fire and safety expert, Chris Ramos, says the first thing you should do before putting up those Christmas lights is inspect them for fire safety. Now be sure to keep your Christmas tree away from anywhere containing an open flame as well, like a stove or a fireplace.
We do recommend having a fire extinguisher at 2 places in your home, and have everyone aware of how to use that. So we do recommend one by your family bedrooms, and then one in the kitchen area, of course. Kitchen areas are where there's most open flames, but at this time of year, we try to spread it through the house, and candles could be in any room. Also, for any lights or extra decor items through your house, we do recommend having a timer or just some other plug or outlet that turns off on its own.
And when it comes to throwing away those holiday lights, the wrapping paper, electronics, avoid recycling them. Now, according to the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, the items will damage recycling facilities, which could in turn cause fires and injure workers. Some items that are accepted are flattened cardboard boxes, newspaper bubble wrap, and aluminum cans. And 94 people donated blood Wednesday, bringing the number of blood donations total for this week to 301 for our WIFR Season of Giving blood drive with the Rock River Valley Blood Center. Our weekly goal is 800, and if you give blood Thursday, you could win a $100 gift card to Pinnins. Other prizes include a round of golf from Montecito and Forest Hills Country Club. And, of course, if you do think it's cold across the state line now, just wait until this weekend. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast out there. So, if you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen right now, we're currently sitting at about 24 degrees here during the 3 o'clock hour. But take a look at our Friday here, 28 degrees. We're going to be warm a little bit there, but we do have 30% chance for some snow. Of course, that is not going to be our main concern here. You can see Saturday, Sunday, and half of Monday are lit up in red. Those are first alert days, and we want to alert you to the possibility of those extremely cold temperatures. You can see Saturday and Sunday, we've got a high of only 7 degrees there, but it doesn't seem like that is really where our majority of our day is going to be. Look at those low temperatures there. -9 degrees for our Saturday, -5 for our low on Sunday. So it is certainly going to be super duper cold out there. So we are going to be putting together an article here with WIFR on our website as well as on the WIFR News app. And that's going to have everything that you need to know for this coming weekend if you do for any reason have to go outside, what you need to pack, what you should bring, maybe bring some snacks, things along those lines. So that is something to be aware of, and make sure to stay tuned to our WIFR website as well as the WIFR News app for that article. But that being said, of course, going into Monday here, we are still going to have those extremely cold temperatures going into Monday morning. But of course, once we do reach about halfway through that day there, it does seem like things aren't going to be as bad, and we're going to be warming up a little bit. So going into a little bit more of the positive direction, you can see Monday, we've got a high of 21 degrees for us. Then look at Tuesday, 34, Wednesday, 39. We even got a little bit of sunshine there for us on our Wednesday. And then take a look at Thursday. We've got rain chances there for us with a high of 41 degrees. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, Mother Nature has to make up her mind because she is all over the place on that weather roller coaster right now. Now, those stories that I mentioned here will be coming up in our shows at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And of course, to get the latest news both in the state line and across the country, just like I was just saying, you can head to our website. That's www.wifr.com. Or an even better way that you can get things out to you accurately wherever you are is to download our WIFR News app. Just going to leave this QR code up here for a quick second so that you guys can scan this. But of course, this isn't the only app that we have. We also have our First Alert weather app. So you're going to want to scan this QR code as well. These are 2 separate apps, but these are going to take you to the app store of your respective phone. If you have an iPhone, it's the Apple App Store. If you have an Android phone, it's going to be the Google Play Store. And of course, you're going to want to make sure to allow notifications on both of these apps. That's the best way that we can get any information out to you fast wherever you are. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you coming up here very shortly in a little over 20 minutes or so for WIFR News First to 4 with Sydney Stoffragan. Thanks for watching.